And Pat Benatar, it's 7:10. Strong man.
Oh, yeah. Something that
wanna
you
be-
are not, Greg. A macho man.
What do you mean I'm not macho? Right.
Matt Calling from Evolve Fitness, though, he's a macho man. Welcome back. How are you, Matt?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks. I think you're a macho man.
Thanks, man. I'm bringing out my own cologne.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Really?
What are you calling it?
Greg. And it will make you stand. It will make you stand alone.
Will it keep the flies away?
Yeah, it's got a little bit of DEET in it.
Oh, lovely.
This cologne will be available for Christmas, and it'll be
fabulous.
available from all service stations and
Service
And camping
stations,
stores,
that's
yeah.
amazing.
and
Can't
bottle
wait.
shops.
Bottle shops, far out.
You heard it here first.
You did.
That's it.
Now, Matt, this morning we're talking about success, aren't we?
Yeah, planning for success. So, it goes into all sort of the mind stuff that I've spoken about before. So anyone that sort of follows this or know where I'm coming from, this maybe ties it in. Now, this is something that I do that I've found one of the biggest sort of game changers in my life, but really I've got a few clients to do it recently, and that's what made me think I'll do it now on the radio, because I got so much out of it. To see someone else do something that I've maybe take for granted a little bit, you know, and can change someone so much. So we think we're intellectual creatures, but as we said before, sometimes we don't do things that necessarily serve us, right? You know?
We don't use the grey matter.
Yeah,
sometimes.
exactly. You know, so we like to think we would only do what would benefit us, but then think, say, procrastination. That's the biggest one. Or, you know, going to the gym would benefit me, but I don't. Or you get a speeding ticket. You get a speeding ticket, you know you even have to pay it, but you put it off until the point where you have to pay it or you get a fine. Then you pay it.
Exactly.
You know, if it goes
Why do
right.
we do that? Yeah.
And I think it's because of two things. We're either trying to avoid pain or cause pleasure. So I'd say we're emotional creatures. So for in that instance, you know, you've got this ticket, you're not happy about paying it because you're focusing on, I'm going to lose money, I've got pain of losing something.
Parting
all the
with
way
it.
until there's more pain of losing more if I don't. And even though it's inevitable, it's coming the whole time until that was about to come upon you, you didn't do anything. So that's us working off of our emotions rather than our mind, right?
Yeah.
And some worse than others. So there's something called RPM planning. Now, good old, everyone knows I'm a fan of Tony Robbins. He does this and like it's mind-blowing, but I'll do like a loose version. So if you pick a result of what you want, now this goes for anything, but let's do it obviously for training, you know, but a result that's specific and measurable. So say 2 weeks time you'll lose 5 kilos, has to be something that is obtainable, okay? 5 weeks, 2 weeks time, 5 kilos, okay? Now what you do is then write down, like if you give yourself 3 columns, then write down or think, what would happen if I don't achieve that goal? How would I feel? How would it affect my life? And go really into detail that I'd feel bad about myself. You know, my health will worsen even more. How will your friends and family feel about you? What kind of role model are you giving to your children? Really try and feel it and feel the negative effects of it. Might seem so insignificant, but we need to work with emotions here. So really build it up into something, wow, this is actually quite a big thing if I don't do it. And then pleasure. Go to what will you get if you do it. You know, you'll get your health better, you'll start moving your life in a different direction, you'll feel proud of yourself, your confidence will come up, getting a good association with it. And now you've got a compelling force to actually do what before was quite insignificant.
It's a good way of looking at it.
And then once you've got that and you're in that state of, right, okay, actually this means something to me, then you put down the things that you need to do to achieve it and put things in with a date. I need to do this by the end of today. I need to do food prep, for example. Before I go to bed tonight, I need to get clothes ready for tomorrow. Who you need to contact, what gym you need to see, anything so that it gets done, because now you've got compelling force and you've got that emotion to drive you into the action.
I don't know. I mean, all these years I've perfected mediocrity.
No, you haven't. You're speaking on the radio to thousands of people right now. There's nothing mediocre about you, Greg. Don't talk yourselves down.
But you do.
What do you mean?
We never elevate ourselves. We
Not all
never
of us.
recognise. So, you know, we ask other people. It's so nice when people say, oh, look, you know, you're a really nice person, rah, 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 you're
Yeah,
great at what you do. But, yeah, it just goes over your head.
I think
sometimes.
that ultimately, like fear is what drives us as well. And fear, ultimately, if you follow it back, is the feeling of not being good enough. And I think the majority of us, because that's where fear is based from, and that's innate in all of us, that if we're not good enough, then we're not worthy. And so people will recognise the good in others, but not so
Not
much in
see it in
themselves, because we have that innate fear. Our mind is made for survival, not happiness. You know, we are meant to see all the bad things in the world for survive. We're meant to notice a saber-toothed tiger. We're meant to notice the stop sign when you're about to step in front of a car. It's not going to make us skip along being happy. That's our job to figure that out.
I was only wondering how long it would take you to make a reference to a caveman.
Oh, Greg. Gee.
Yeah, it took me to the end this time. Right?
I'll try and sort him out.
All right.
Matt Cowling from Evolve Fitness, always a pleasure. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you, guys.
It's 7:15. It's Mix 104.9. Everything top end.
Get the lounge you've always wanted with Jake Furnishing Superstore.
I think you're right. You know what? I should go past all the videos and try and find out every time I've said caveman or woman and put it together in a compilation in probably about 20 minutes.
I mean, it's relatable.
Well,
it
it
really
is,
is, yeah.
And people who listen every time you come in
Yeah, pick up on it. Because that's
pick up on
something
it.
that
Yeah, so I'm just reflecting, you know.
Oh,
That
for
was
sure.
a really good break show
You know
today.
what? It's so good.
Yeah.
It's so good because we think, oh, you know, go to the gym, oh, it doesn't matter. But then when you break down, if you don't, what? It's a knock on in your life. It actually is something a lot bigger than what you think it is.
Yeah.
You know, even the
Yeah.
way you feel about yourself and the knock on effect it has. And then what if you do it? What do you actually follow through? And you get that force of, I want to do this. And it might have been something like pay the bill that's been hanging out on your kitchen table for the last 2 weeks. But it's something that hangs there.
Yeah, exactly.
And you'd feel good if it wasn't there. So
Yeah.
give yourself compelling drive to go and do it.
Yeah. I felt like that the other day.
Yeah.
It was like a list, and then anyway, I went through the list and just did everything. It was one of those things I was putting off.
And
I don't
afterwards,
know
like,
why.
oh.
Yeah, I was like, God, it wasn't as bad as I thought it was. Like,
Never is.
Yeah, never is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I've got to do my tax. I'm leaving it to the
Yeah.
last minute. You know,
Even though you know you got to do
I've
it.
got to do
Yeah.
it, and I'll get the money for Christmas and have a great Christmas.
Yeah.
But I want it before Christmas,
Yeah.
so I've got to do it soon.
But you're
So-
waiting to the point where it causes more pain.
Yeah.
And like, oh, if I don't do it now, then it's too late.
Yeah, exactly.
But,
All right,
Oh,
mate.
you're always
Thank you very
inspirational.
much.
Thank
How was
you
your
very
birthday
much.
yesterday?
Happy birthday.
oh, thanks. Cheers, man.